Listen to this quote. It's from a former Muslim who said, and I quote, "Muslims are normally good people like everyone else. But then they read the Quran. Then they become a killing machine." The woman who said that knows what she's talking about. She's a former Muslim herself who's now facing death threats for spreading the truth about Islam. Dale Hurd brings us her powerful story from the nation of Sweden.
This woman is on a mission. She's not a Muslim, and her Muslim dress is a disguise. Her mission is for Muslims to know what is in the Quran, because she says if more Muslims knew what was in the Quran, more would leave Islam. Mona Walter came to Sweden from Somalia as a war refugee when she was 19. She says she was excited about joining a modern European nation with equal rights for women. But as a young Muslim woman, that was not the Sweden she encountered. In fact, she says it was in Sweden where she first experienced radical Islam on a daily basis.
I discovered Islam here in Sweden. In Somalia, you're just a Muslim. You're just born into Muslim country without knowing the Quran. But when you come to Sweden, then you go to mosque. And there's a Quran, so you have to cover yourself, you have to be a good Muslim.
Walter says she grew up in Somalia never having read the Quran.
So I didn't understand what I was part of. I didn't know who Muhammad was. I didn't know who Allah was. So when I found out, I was upset, I was sad, and I was disappointed.
She says she discovered that Allah is a God who hates, and that Islam is not a religion of peace.
It's about hating and killing those who disagree with Islam. It's about conquering. Muhammad, he was immoral. He was a bloodthirsty man. He was a terrible man. And they can read that in his biography, what he did to Jews, how he raped women, how he killed people. I mean, he killed everyone who didn't agree with him.
Discouraged, she left Islam and became an atheist, until one day a family relative encouraged her to read the Bible. She still remembers the first time she read Matthew chapter 5, verse 44. Where Jesus said to love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you.
It was very strange for me, love your enemy, because in Islam you have to kill your enemy. Kill your enemy and kill everyone who refuses Islam. But Jesus Christ, it was all about love and peace and forgiveness and tolerance. And for some reason I needed that.
She went to see Pastor Faoud Rasho, a Syrian immigrant who ministers to former Muslims in Sweden.
She started to believe, and she came to me. That was the beginning of her trust.
I was so happy. I was filled with joy. Then I accepted Jesus Christ.
Mona says the Lord gave her a burden for Muslims who still do not know the truth about Islam, and she began to copy verses from the Quran and hand them out on the street to Muslim women.
Sometimes they listen, sometimes they become very upset. I just told them that, that your husband, he have a right to beat you if you don't obey him. And say, no, it does not say that. Yes, it says that. I thought that if I tell them about Muhammad and about Quran and this God of Islam who hates, who kills, who discriminates women, maybe they will have a choice and leave.
But in politically correct Sweden, Mona Walter has come under attack for simply telling Muslims what is in the Quran.
And I've been called Islamophobe and you've been bought, you're a house nigger and stuff like that, terrible things.
She has also been called a racist. Walter warns that Islamic radicalism is a serious threat in Sweden and says Swedish society should care more about women trapped in Islam.
They will think like, oh, we're in Sweden, we have freedom of religion. that Muslim women don't have a freedom of religion. They live under the law of Allah, not under Swedish law. So they will suppose everyone have a freedom of religion. We don't have freedom of religion. It's not for Muslim women. It's for everyone else.
She lives under death threats and sometimes travels with police protection. She wanted to show us Muslim areas around Gothenburg, but had to first dress as a Muslim. She believes if she were to show her face, she would be attacked.
I never go to those areas just to be near me, just to be in flesh and blood, Mona. I never get out of there alive. I mean, Muslims are normally good people, like everyone else. But when they reach Quran, then they become a killing machine. This so-called ISIS or Al-Shabaab or Boko Haram, they're not extremists, they're not fanatical, or they're just a good Muslim who follow the teachings of Islam. The Prophet Muhammad, he did that. They do just what he did.
Walter now uses videos and speaking appearances to spread her message, and she says she won't stop, even though her life is in danger. Dale Hurt, CBN News, in Gothenburg, Sweden.
You're an amazing, you're an Islamophobe. If you tell what's in the Quran, you're guilty of hate speech if you pass out quotes from the Quran. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not hating anybody, but there's a little booklet here that has been made available to us called Islam, Religion of Peace or War. It is fantastic. It has direct quotes from the Quran, direct quotes from the Hadith, carefully researched biographical information about Muhammad, what he did, who he was, what he believed, and it's all here. And so it's also beautifully pictorial. It has lovely pictures in it about various places and things. And you wonder what ISIS is and what's going on in the world, we'll give this to you. Now, there's something I want to tell you, and I want you to mark this down. The God of the Bible has a name. It is not Allah. It is not Allah. I have said that I thought Allah came from Hubal, who was the moon god of Mecca. Others have said it's a Phoenician, it's a derivation of Baal. But the God of the Bible has a name. And we say, the Psalm says, "Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good. His mercy endures forever." Well, we translate it, unto the Lord. But what is the Lord? His name is, in Hebrew, he who causes everything to be. That's what he is. The God of the Bible is the one who caused everything else in the universe to be. He's the creator of the entire universe. And the name Yahweh is Hebrew, Ahithil, for he who causes to be. It's the verb to be, but it's he who causes, and that's what his name is. So he said, that's my name. My name is he who causes everything to be. I'm not Allah. I am Yahweh. So there's a difference. And one of the God of the Bible is the one who Jesus Christ called the Father. And he said, here's what the Father tells you. Love your enemies. Do good to them that despitefully use you and persecute you. Pray for those. Pray for them. For then you'll be like your Father in heaven, who does good to the evil and to the just. So just keep in mind when we talk about those things. Look, we'll give this to you if you want to call in or write in Islam. You need to know this. I mean, this thing is something else. A Princeton survey came out and said Islam is faster growing than Christianity. It's not true. Christianity is the fastest growing religion in the world. Still is. And Islam is not growing as fast as some of these proponents would like to say. Islam, religion of peace or war. What is it? Terry.
电视剧《最强夜魔》的主题曲。是，来听一听他们怎么搞定。掌声欢迎！欢迎。
Yes, I do. Read them now, punk. You don't know what I've been through.
Ain't right here. Mom already proved this house.
Alright, you got me? Yeah, just send me the friend request. Yeah, Raccoon passed out, I guess. On the club? I'm making.
I was, but I can't remember you went in. Where you was?
Like, everybody can have me. I play with all my subscribers.
You got up and you went in that one, because I saw you when you went in there. Sure.
After I got 40 ton weight, can we do a mission? Yeah, bet. Yeah, we can do a mission. You gotta get 40 ton weight though. Oh my god, I hate these instructions. I'm looking at the map, bro. I'm looking at the map. Now what? Let me see what else still got. Yo, cool kid, what's good though? What's good though? Oh, this looks low. Wait. Ah, man. Oh, that sand, that tail though. Or how about this? Nah, I'm lying. That's with that tail killing. The brother is so big. You know, I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna make my subscribers 30 people, and I'm gonna start playing this thing. Change them gloves. I got you. A kung fu. Wait, what? Yeah. Okay, bet. You sent the friend request. Did I even get it? Let me check. What's your pin saying? Okay, I see you. Yeah, they like it. Who next? Make me a human. Alright, good.
This is the top prize. You want to bring it home? Yeah, but it depends on your luck, okay? Okay, we play a little game first, alright? You know, we have got 4 cute little golden chickens there, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 from left to right. Let's try how is your luck. Which one will you pick?那A 也就是我们的升了，我们来看一看到底是多少倍。哇！Okay,
It sounds looks like we're supposed to be
the 1,000 time. Okay, this big fat check in
Your hair look like bubblegum.
那当然就是我们先进行我们的第一波，一波即中，100倍奉还。
No. It's pinkalicious.
Delicious.
Go to the coffee shop and He said go to the coffee magazine and purchase the Playboy magazine from After Ocean. That dude is a bird.
是，马上我们要拨电话给这3位幸运的朋友，我们先打电话给这一位吧。好，这位朋友呢，他住在应该是顺福路。好，这位朋友他的花费是29.7毛钱。
At Universe 2 stream, yeah, I bet. I'm gonna show you.
不是没有打电话给我啊？为什么你没有打电话给我？我打来了，赶快听吧。妹在哪里？
没。
Give me the book. Come on now. Let me steal it.
OK，没办法联络上他，我们现场的朋友来决定要开哪个可能啦。
Well, this thing on All-Star and I'm doubling this one, 79.41. Get that, shoot that. Oh, shit.
Look at this cute mustache. Alright.
No. I'm putting on Hall of Fame, man.
What color is Black Goku's skin?
大家都很热情哦。哇，真的是100倍哦！那当然，根据我们的规则，如果是100倍得比的话，就要
I'm appearing offline.
也就是
You can join the party if you join. If you want to join the party, you join.
70块钱。
Oh, shoot.
大家代言的没有服气哦。那下来第2位朋友，这位朋友他的花费是33块1毛钱。33块1毛钱。
No, get it. Oh, yeah. Just
Lily。
Oh, man, far right now.
大妈要会比较容易，你更紧张的。
Pick.
有，而且再来很多大妈的朋友嘛，对不对？大妈朋友在哪里？哇，你看。
Playmaker just balling constantly.
He's missing
Game over. We won.
I did y'all lose? Y'all won, I did y'all lose?
We won. I had 30.6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. It was 86 to 43. We was done, bro.
If you want to stream this, you gotta have like a PS4 or something. You think the black hair are the people?
再乘以他的花费33块1毛钱，今天晚上的奖金1900。
I'm gonna see if I can stream. Most of them might cut off. I gotta see if I can.
好，再来我们的这个100倍奉还的第3位哦，100倍奖的这个得主，他的
When I stream on Twitch, it wasn't really, but nobody
花
called.
费是919。
Yeah.
这是7块。
Yeah.
Stop saying yeah.
可以加入电话。小乖。你是波小乖。恭喜你，我们这里是兵分万千，在
I'm trying to jump in the pool.
真亲切啊！你叫到。
Aber jetzt ohne Helm ist es doof. Der geht ja voll. Ah nee, okay, Leute. Das Level darf ich nicht zu viel im Chat schauen, sonst wird das hier nichts. Tina läuft direkt. Ah, wie geht's Ihnen? Voilà. Langsam, schön langsam. Und jetzt da. Da. Er holt mich dann einfach. Ja, wisst ihr noch, als ich ganz früher angefangen hatte zu streamen und dann jeden begrüßt habe im Chat, weil es mir, also der Bot hat dann die Leute gesehen und hat immer die neuen Leute begrüßt. Ich fand das am Anfang mega cool. Aber dann habe ich auch gehört von einem Stream, dass das die Leute nicht gerne haben. Zum Teil wissen die das eben auch nicht. Ja, geh weg. Okay. Ja, ob du jetzt unten bist oder oben, das stresst mich. Ah, das oben ist offen. Nein! Jetzt habe ich selber eine Falle gemacht. Aber das ist so. Wenn man lurken möchte, dann sollte man die Leute nicht begrüßen. Das soll wirklich die Leute aktiv, also vor allem als Streamer irgendwie auch, oder auch Zuschauer, sollte man dann wirklich sagen, okay, die Leute, die reden, mit denen kann man sich auch unterhalten. Und alle anderen, die möchten einfach zuschauen. Man kann ja auch so wie im Fernsehen, oder die Beispiel Wolle hat das ja auch, den Twitch auf der Playstation und dann schaut sie das auf dem Fernseher. Das soll dann ja auch jedem möglich sein. Also, Hallo raus, wenn ich jemanden lurken sehe, den ich kenne. Am meisten konnte ich mich wie ein Oscar zum Beispiel aus einer Tonne hervorlocken. Also ich konnte es am Anfang auch nicht. Wenn ich da ab und zu habe ich zum Beispiel Tashi gesehen und da musste ich mich so zusammenreißen, um nicht irgendwie zu sagen. Section auf YouTube. Sorry, but I only accept levels from the Twitch chat. Ja, aber ich sage jetzt mal, weißt du, wenn du zum Beispiel zu uns kommst und dann sagst du Hallo zusammen, dann kann ich sagen Hallo Flex. Wenn du aber reinkommen möchtest und dann und nicht sagen möchtest, also einfach gemütlich oder dich heute nicht unterhalten möchtest. So. Oh fuck, oh fuck. And he just did. What? Can you speak English? Yes, I can. Wer hat das schon wieder eingesendet? Pascal. Aber behalte die Zeit im Auge. Ah, fuck. Nein. Fuck. Ich finde es eigentlich, wenn Level nur aus Stromverbrauch läuft und das Stream über was anderes redet. Gibt's es? Ja, ich wusste es. Ich wusste es. Ich hoffe, ich brauche den Helm später nicht. Zuschauer. Es kommt immer darauf an, wie du die Kritik ausdrückst. Viele Kritik ist definitiv. So, bitte Speicherpunkt da drinnen. Okay, sorry, aber ich muss dich löschen. Nutzer vorübergehend blockieren. So, can you speak English? Okay. Ja, wieder ein Trottel auf YouTube. Ich habe den kurz für 5 Minuten, steht da, 30 Sekunden, okay. 5 Minuten geblockt. So. Sonst bekomme ich noch Kopfweh. Dann. Sehr schön. Ich habe den jetzt kurz mal rausgeschmissen, weil Aufmerksamkeitsdefizitsyndrom brauchen wir. Hier nicht. Okay, komm. Stimmt. Genau, das wollten wir. Brauchen wir her.
是，好，来，做好准备，来，同样的我们有限时哦。
不要紧张哦，先跑完了 ，OK， 跑好了40秒，现在开始。哇，第一只，第二只，哎，刚看你有没有力了吗？
怎么可能？
To me trying to join the party. Bro, is your status still offline? Like, who trying to join the party? Yo, what the hell? That was good. I got all my folks in here. Got the family in here. Why the future trunks, man? Oh, pick the character. Future trunks? Because ever since I kept on playing, and all I see is people just spam his grab and his down to break people. Hey, my boy, my son's back. Yeah, but like, who trying to get this party in? Like, yo, you do not know how long I've been streaming. Bro, I've been streaming for like the 700, count it, it's me. Y'all playing with the subs. Tea party. A lot of zenny. I spent some of it. I still have a lot of zenny though. Yeah, what PQ are y'all trying to play? Give me the name of the PQ. Give me the name of the PQ. I'm gonna set it up. Yes, I'm gonna set it up. Give me the name of the PQ. You could do what's the name? Like you want to challenge one, you could do PQ like turn a rifle, or what's it like number 100. It's like Goku and Vegeta, just like keep on knocking on Goku first, and those have like Vegeta comp. Playing with the sub. Playing with the sub. Create some. Check. I think I did all my PQs. I just don't have all my words. I got this like 10. No, more than 10. I guess we could do Saiyan Warriors to get Saiyan Spirit, because that's a nice move.
Saiyan Warriors. What star is it?
Yeah.
5-star? Wait.
It's currently
That is a 7-star? 84? Alright.
You want me to make it or you're gonna make it?
I got it. I'm here right now.
Alright.
PQ 112. I think the only PQs I got is I bid 100.
I really thought of a way. I thought of a way how to make.
Oh, they don't have super movement. But I guess when you transform though. Super Blue, that's a good villain. Super Blue's a good villain. I seen a meme on Instagram where like Goku, he had bit. I think he bit Majin Buu. No, I think he bit Frieza and Beerus, and it was like Cell and some other villain. In the background was like he only bites the best villains.
No, he bit Frieza's tail and what's the name? Cell, not Cell's tail. What's the name? Frieza's tail and. Beerus, because if you watch Super, like they have like doing his random things, he has shot at his face and stuff.
I shouldn't have brought my combo build.
Perfect shot did a lot of damage when you stand there and break somebody. All it takes is 3 of them and you're dead. If you listen to key character.
Come on, man. Anybody want the party invite? I'm playing with the subs. Let's do this. Oh, you know my boy, he like a level. At what level you are now? For me? Nah.
I'm up on 99.
Oh, you're a 99. I'm a 90. I just hit a 90 today, though.
Damn it!
What is this here, too?
Eat this.
Yo, what is that move that you just used called? I've been looking for the move to do a combo build with it. You know level 80?
What, this move? One second.
Yeah, the super move that you just used. I think it's a Mega Shinran's. I think it's a Mega Shinran's move.
So strong. Whoa.
Trunks, please. This is the only Trunks I don't like.
But I won't move.
I eat those. Yeah, that move. What is that move called?
You have to do the Dragon Balls and which one?
Yeah, which one?
I want another super attack.
Okay. But I need that move to do be in the combo.
Come at me. I'll just beat everyone.
Why they keep making versions of Goku? Why does he keep using the same design as Goku? Come up with a different design.
What's that for?
Oh yeah, I don't like you, player. You have to die. Where do you get the Dragon Balls? You get the Dragon Balls from doing the parallel quest.
I might pick on Mirza Masu after this.
Mirza Masu.
Yeah.
And they call. Y'all know what the characters' names are called?
If you pick him and do your triangle combo, nobody can touch you unless they try to almost use their stamina and dash out to you.
I know a glitch. Oh, you can help me do the glitch. I can put you in a YouTube video. My character is Freddy. This is how you kill him real fast. Just grab him and then spam super Kamehameha. That's how I be killing him.
Jesus Christ, you overkilled him.
Oh, well.
I would end this in an instant.
No, you killed Gohan. You're supposed to knock him out.
Oh. I messed it up. I thought I was always supposed to kill them. But like some of the parallel force come from Xenoverse 1, so I just been in Xenoverse 1 I killed them, so I killed them on this one.
Getting annoying.
Come here, boy. Goku, stop. Goku, chill. Watch this. Don't touch him. I'm level 80. You're level 80. Yeah, in Xenoverse 1, I'm a 99. In Xenoverse 1, my character level is a 99.
I thought you would say, let's dance.
I thought it was supposed to say something like that. Watch this. Oh my god, wow. My boy's not moving. My boy's standing still. Oh well. Come out of nowhere, Baba. Bro, come on now. You And as Xenoverse 1, I'm a 100. And we slaying this stuff. Let me holler at Piccolo, the Mac Daddy, Namek Coker. He huge, your boy. Yo, I think they did this. I think they like put the little arrows in Xenoverse 2 to let you know where the portals are going, because in Xenoverse 1, like, couldn't nobody find a portal in outer space.
One thing I wish I could put in Xenoverse 1 to Xenoverse 2 is like, you remember like when you would like do your ultimate and then like the ultimate will show up there with you? I love that.
Yeah, there's the little Z mentor thingy. I can't forget how to see like
Z.
Yeah, there'll be a Z thing that pops up and you can have like Goku or Vegeta. Alright. And then them like show up. It's like a father son Kamehameha. Like when Goku shows up behind Gohan. It's like that. It's like a mentor. It's like a mentor student special move. I can't understand. I can't explain it. Z assist. I think it's called Z assist. Shouts out to Unreal Rose for that. Stamina breaks. I think I messed you up.
Leave this. That power is insane.
The patrollers be hard. And one in Xenoverse 1 or 2.
I swear to God, Earthlings are not broken.
Kill you all.
In Xenoverse 1, Earthlings are crazy broken. Now just sniper from right here. And I like, nope, okay.
Yo, we throw him over there quick.
Oh, this is the mission where I tried to do, but it kept freezing on me. Like every time I got to this part, I like froze.
Sometimes when I load into Xenoverse, it's like when I get inside the multi-lobby, my character will just like freeze and buffer when I try to walk.
Broly, what is up with you, dude? This dude is mad because he ain't getting no sleep when he was a baby. Broly got issues.
This kid, hold on 1 second. This kid texted me, because I beat him in one yesterday, said, oh my god, why do you still play Advanced Warfare? I said, because I can't, and why do you still play Advanced Warfare? He's trying to judge me, look at yourself.
I like Advanced Warfare. No, Broly. Broly, can you? Like, Broly. Yeah, Broly, you don't want no smoke. Well, I killed him. Vegito. Oh, he grabbed me. So and then what? Belly plus let's see.
Seems I don't need to go easy on you. Impossible! I lost!
Kill them.
I didn't get the move.
Maybe it's time I realize.
I didn't get nothing but capsules. I named my character Wonder, and he got white hair.
To be honest, I might think that's my wife I was holding her down. Because I like a lot of ranked.
Oh yeah, me too. What is this? I don't remember this product, Chris. Yeah, I think he went to go boost his stats.
I might pick Hit.
Hit? The Hitman himself.
Yeah. Backside.
I'm
I might
sticking
pick
with
Rose.
me.
Might be Rose or Vegeta. Yeah, I'm gonna go with any money mom.
These characters that these people are making. His name is Human Blue. My other use Jordan's Wick.
Small but strong.
Oh snap, next week gonna be the 800 comment. Yeah, I'm gonna stream tomorrow too. Grandpa! Goku, wait! Sir, please. Sir, please. Chichi, man, get your husband. Chichi, get your husband.
Trunks. Which universe are you coming from this time?
Yeah, you be swapping universes. I'm vulnerable. Oh, never mind. He hit me. He hit me.
Do not kill Pan. Bye, boy. Don't take that from me. If Pan keeps throwing balls at the drops at me, I'm shooting her. That's not no drug. I should have been shooting for you.
Yeah, that's not no drug.
Help!
I'm defenseless against baby Goku. Oh my god, my stomach broke. How do you get more existing characters slots as a race 1? Die. Let me see.
That's right, get up, Goku.
I don't know. I think he got to buy the DLC.
Yeah, and then, yeah, he gets
I can't join. The party is full. The party is full. Oh, snap. Who can't join? No. Someone can't join. Is he offline? Somebody text me they can't join. Okay, I'm getting work, so right now I can't holler them right now. Trunks, can you not?
There, I got you with Trunks. Oh, Goku broke my guard. Yo.
Yeah, this That's that powerful energy. You feel that wave beat. No! I haven't even checked this chat yet. No, trust me. Okay, let me see the chat. Let's see the chat. What's the shirt? What about PS4? Alright, now we gotta kill something. So I can turn a slay out. What about PS4 porn? Do we kill Pan? No, we don't kill Pan. Why don't Goku look like Chelsea a little? Ooh. Perfect, but I will say this. I won't kill this out. Oh, this dude's weird. He reminds me of someone. What about on PS3? How do you do it? I never started the YouTube channel on PS3 because I can never live. Like I don't have a camera or nothing. I just do it from the PS4. So I'm not sure about YouTube. I mean PS3. For power though, look. Oh, I gotta change that mental. The only reason I got him is because I gotta have him like a trophy. And I got like 53 out of, wait, how many trophies I got? Man, through me. I got 43 out of 50 trophies.
Yeah, I'm about to make myself an intro on my phone. Why did I never think of that? Ooh, grab him. Is Vegeta? Yup. I got Vegeta.
This is strange.
Goku, can you like chill?
Stupid Saiyajins. Oh god. Fools are too much, Fools look.
So he waited till I teleported or snap vanished just to do that.
Oh, fools are bitching.
No, I'm not letting you hit me with that. I just let him Kamehameha me to the face because we eat those. Your turn.
Oh, get him. You're slow.
Bro, you dead. Nah, son, I'm not dead.
I wasn't expecting this at all, kid. You did great.
Oh, snap. 800 comments. Hold on. Cool kid. He's not in the party? I have to invite him. I bet he's in. Hey. It says he's in. My game. Never played this PQ. Let me see if people will join. Alright, cool kids, you're back. Me too. My game froze. No, it froze?
No, it's like whenever I go to check a message or something and I come back, yeah, it froze again.
Like to buffers up.
honestly don't want to end the live stream. I'm having fun now.
Alright, now stop freezing.
Mine's in a black loading screen. Don't end. Okay, bro. You're not gonna end it.
I thought you said. This is my preset that ends the winners.
Seven comments.
Nice. I love these saying tails.
And also, can you not? Oh my God, I have only 2 bars of stamina, and I got major health. Like my green bar is halfway. That's almost a full green bar. Ah!
Come on, Doria. Doria.
What do you have on?
Oh God. Doria.
Hey, but trying to break somebody's stamina. Yeah, I figured out what that was for. Wow. I could go punch Goofus hard. That his.
The only reason this character's hair used to just be straight black, I just made it white after I was so good. Anime thingy, and then Goku like with his white hair and he had like an arm form or something. So I want to make my character like that.
Can anybody tell me how long I've been live streaming now? Cause I know it's been past 2 hours.
So I put white hair and red eyes.
I'm gonna need some assistance. I only got 2 bars.
What's your favorite race?
To me, I like Samus.
My favorite race is what's the name? Earthling, even though I don't use it that much.
Earthling's cool. They're flying Nimbus. Like when Xenoverse 2 first dropped, I was like, hold on. Earthling's got Nimbus. So what did we have in Xenoverse 1? Nothing? I'm like, what?
This is impossible. I can't believe I lost.
Yo, that was nice.
Yo, you seen it? Yeah.
Yes. Yo, you did. Yo, after I did Whirlwind, what's the name? You did, what's the name? Emperor's Edge. I like that. That was nice.
It connected so perfectly. He froze me.
That's a fact. I remember me and my friends, so we doing like 2v2s, and I did, what's the name, TN's Ultimate, where I like make them stay at one place, and then he had the time skip inside of it.
Deadly.
Because it's like he just spam like he was hit and he spam with a time skip.
Wait, no, I know.
What's the name? TN.
It's some glitch that I know about, but I can never do it because I don't have Zamasu. It's like you're gonna need Gohan's girlfriend, Videl, and she's gonna spam just his combination, and Zamasu's gonna use this super move. Oh, what just happened?
Wait, what? He fought Time Controller.
Oh. I'm like, I'm gonna try and take care of these clowns. As many of these clowns as I can. It's gonna be hard though, because I have 2 bars of stamina. Oh, that's so peaceful. They're letting me fight 1v1. They're dealt. No!
So
Help!
Punisher.
Help! Man, Freeze, get your brother, man. Freeze, get your brother. Help!
Oh, he kicked me.
Oh, man.
I am not fighting.
Get DLC?
I ain't fighting this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get DLC.
I ain't fighting this CPU now.
get your brothers. Frieza, get your brothers. Pop. See, I can't do my combo because I only have 2 bars of stamina, or 4 bars, which equals 2 snap bandages. See, I told you guys, this is the risk of my QQ bangs.
I know a whole bunch of field death combos. Like this one will almost.
I knew it.
This one was Supernova Cooler and then Giant Storm. That's an insta kill. Your key base character.
No, I'm not letting you use it. If I don't got no stamina, you don't.
I have something on my feet now.
Wow, this is the risk of having 2 bars, 4 bars of stamina. The greatest combat ever, though.
Come on, kid. Come on, face. Yo, I just do Soul Punisher and Max. Don't break my face. Bob! Soul Punisher.
That didn't do nothing. Wait, where's Bardock at? We're supposed to be killing him.
He's right here.
I'm over here fighting these people. Man, call off your goons. Where is he going?
Well, what is
he doing?
Why does he keep doing the running speed? Yeah, that move never hits well when I try it.
Get one. If I get 100 stamina, it's kind of bad for like online. To like keep it even. Oh, I messed it up.
Yo, the only move that I want to come with this move is skill set is burst attack.
This cooler is tripping. That cooler is tripping. 100 stamina is kind of bad. Oh my god, that damage. Finish. We finished it.
Yeah, I feel like there should have been an ultimate finish. No, well, there should have been like extra. Like, there should have been like a warning. That's what I feel it should have been there.
There's more warnings in the Universe 2 than 1.
Extra mission.
Yeah. 2 more subscribers and I hit 20 subscribers. It's the Majin Buu family has returned. No. Oh, 1 more subscriber and I hit 20. Which one should we do?
I say Goku.
I was thinking of that one too. Goku, that one kind of fun to me. Wait, did I just play offline? What was that? You know, one time I deleted my Xenoverse 2 save data by accident. I'm gonna say this once and once only. How what? How did you accidentally delete that? Oh, because I was trying to delete my motion app.
I was trying to do it my...
Like how?
But then, like, later on, I realized how to reset stats.
Dude just deleted his stuff.
I don't even care. I'll take y'all stuff. I'm about to join your session.
Yeah. I got people in. Maybe. Yeah, stamina breaks you. Why does this dude keep putting weird things in the comments? It's kind of funny though.
What?
He said I'm a transgender. He's been putting weird things in the comment ever since he got in.
To be honest, I'm just trying. I don't got Minecraft. I'm sorry. That's for little Xbox players.
Minecraft's pretty cool.
You know, like, you know that kid that said I love Pokemon Go? Yeah, he was the first one to get that game on release. I had made a Pride Trooper preset.
Oh snap! I gotta be picking my character.
Gabi?
かかったタイミングでジャンプ。ヒップドロップ？なんだヒップドロップって。引っかかるってなんだ引っかかるって。引っかかってねえだろ全然。引っかかってたもん。引っかかんねえだろこれ。しゃがんでジャンプ、壁に引っかかったタイミングでジャンプ。引っかかんねえじゃねえかよまず。引っかかるはずねえだろこれ。引っかかるってなんぞ？引っかかるはずないだろこんなの。壁に当たるときは下だけ押してください。放送不向きコース。あ、入ったこれ放送不向きコース。やめようじゃあ。リスナーに見解に声で。実際人減ったからこのコース入って6人7人。やめよう。やめようこれ。次のコース張ってくれ。誰だよこのコース張ったやつはマジで。こんなのいいねもしない。なんだよ無理だろあんなの。引っかかんねえんだよ俺は。わかるか。言ったよな俺壁キックしたくねえって。壁キックしないコース頼むぞお前ら。職人で謝れ壁を作った。0347-829D いきます。僕の ID は初見の ID はいいよ。多分諦めます。多分諦めます。これもなんか簡易版のやつだろ。どうやってやるんだろうこれ。もう出落ちが半端ない。これどうすんよこれ一体。道がないだろこれ完全に。道ねえだろこれ。
Same game! Honestly, now I'm sure some of my regular viewers of my reviews must be saying to yourself, oh no, another Price is Right game review? How many times is he gonna review the same game? Honestly, I wasn't planning on reviewing this game. I was only planning on playing it for fun, until I saw it was completely different from the other two Price is Right games for the Wii that I've already reviewed. I say it's different because there are no 3 strikes mode or a single player full game mode. This time around it's only the most stripped down version of the game. However, does this simplicity make the game better to play? The answer is, yeah, kinda. The story revolves around, yeah, I said story. There is an actual storyline in the single player game. The story is about you being charged with the task of labeling a box of VHS tapes of old Price is Right shows. Seriously, Ubisoft? VCR tapes? I get it for the shows in the 80s and 90s, but who is taping shows in the late 2000s? Anyways, after you watch the show, they'll put a label on the tape and put it on the shelf. Now, I don't know what kind of a person keeps a shelf of 1 tape a year of The Price is Right. The game starts out like the TV show, with the intros and words that come up to get you excited, and depending on the time period you're watching, the intros and the exciting sentences change. Then the camera will pan and find you in the audience, which was very easy for my Mii character. Just look for the palest character in the audience. Best put some sunglasses on, kids, cause it's gonna get bright. Ah, so white! Ah! The game is broken down into 4 sections like the real game. Contestants roll where 3 other players try to get the closest price of the prize without going over. After that, you move on to a random pricing game. They usually have you guessing the prices of prizes in very fun and entertaining ways. I would get into more specifics, but they're all different, and it's impossible to pigeonhole them. After that, you go on to the Showcase Showdown, where you spin a wheel against another person to see who can get closest to $1 without going over. And if you win that, you and another person will go guess the price of 1 or 2 showcases without going over. The whole gimmick this time around is that all the correct prices for the prizes are for the time period, so you're going to often have to take wild guesses on how much stuff cost in those days. Now overall the gameplay hasn't changed at all from the other versions. However, the way you play it has been very dumbed down. Take the contestants' row for example. You can't lose. The game will keep throwing prizes at you to price until you get one right. They also place you in the best possible position at the end of the line, so you can use the other players' guesses as a barometer for what you should guess. One of the problems that I ran up against was, when I would want to click past the announcer, you would just keep pushing the A button to get to the part you want. However, you could accidentally skip the prize description, and you won't have a clue on what you're guessing, because they wouldn't put a picture of it in the corner like you would think they would, and it was very annoying at times. The wheel was the best and worst part of this new game. In both games, I was railing on the fact that the game cheats like crazy in this part. And I do have to say they fixed this by dropping the other people spinning. You will always be the last to spin, and the computer will always have a total to beat. Usually the number was somewhere between 70 and 85 cents, but sometimes I saw it go up to 95. I love this. It speeded up the part that was always the worst part of the Price is Right games. However, I knew the creators had to do something to screw it up, and they did. Majorly. Spinning the wheel with the motion controls was just a joke. You could no longer spin it realistically. Now you're lucky if you get a full spin. It was so frustrating to do a big thrust downward only to have it barely spin. And it wasn't any better if you just pressed the A button. It did the same amount of a spin. In fact, all the motion controls in this whole game were completely broken. Don't even try to bother to get the ball in the hole-in-one game. It's an impossible feat with these controls. The pricing games were really fun this time around, and I have to give Ubisoft credit. They found some games that I've never even heard of, like this Professor game, which was only played twice in the real show. And that was for a good reason, because it was very confusing. It was part trivia game and part pricing game. Most of your favorites are here, like the Golden Road, Plinko, Cliffhanger, and most of the others you can think of. However, the range game, Temptation, and Lucky 7 were all missing, which was strange. They had room in the tape collection since some of the years were just repeated pricing games with bigger prize amounts. Now, one of the more odd things was that when you do really well in a game, you'll be rewarded with fireworks when they show your score. However, it's a little disconcerting that they're firing them indoors right next to you. I would be so pissed. Guys, do you mind not firing those right next to me? My ears are bleeding. I can't even hear anymore. Now, just like the other games, you can unlock clips from the real show to watch. All you have to do is win the final showcase of the show. However, there is no real incentive to do this, since the clips were just awful.
Try higher.
Higher?
No. I'm just going to lift this up and see if you're a winner. No. Was it here? No. Was it here? No. It was right there, folks.
Seriously, that's a clip you think is worth unlocking. Even though Drew's clips are terrible, Bob Barker's is not much better.
These three have been in contestants' row the entire first half of the show. Once in our history, we had 3 contestants stay down there for the entire show. Maybe you'll do it too, Miss Bones.
The clips in the first Price is Right game for the Wii were funny and worth the time to unlock them. The second one had all right clips, but these look like they just picked random moments and the creator's just saying, yeah, that's good enough. There is also a multiplayer mode where you and a few friends can play the game, where you all play off the same prizes in pricing games. It was weird to play Punch-a-Punch simultaneously with someone else. However, I do have to admit it did make the game faster to not have to wait for another player to take their turn. Price is Right Decades was fun. It was an interesting twist to try and figure out the prices of products in the 70s and 80s, as they were so much different in price. I did find this one a little bit more enjoyable to play than the other ones, mainly because of the pacing and all the new games to play. However, the lack of real incentive to replay any of these games and the terrible motion controls is going to make me say if you have any interest in playing this Price is Right game, you will enjoy the game, but you should only give it a rent.